What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel where I teach you everything you need to know about accounting, audit, personal finance, the CPA lifestyle, and everything in between. That sounds awesome to you? Make sure to hit that subscribe button below, and welcome to the accounting channel. All right, guys, today we got a video, and you know what totally sucks? I totally made this video yesterday, but the audio came out super screwed up, so I literally had to remake it, and I hate when that happens. It's only happened to me like once or twice because I feel like the first time you make something, it never comes out as good as the first time, but I'm gonna do my best to try to go through the same thing. So let me give you guys a background on why I'm making this video, and I'll be completely honest with you guys. I was a little hesitant to make this video just because I don't want the message to come off like I'm trying to boast or brag of where I'm at financially. Maybe you think what I'm going to share with you today is like, oh, that guy's a loser. He's total bum. That's nothing. Or maybe you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's balling out of control, which no, is not the case. But, you know, I just want to be completely transparent and upfront with you guys that what I'm going to share with you guys today is really personal to me. I don't go around telling people, you know, that I have this or I have that, or I'm just not that type of person. I more value my work and what I do each and every day, not so much, you know, the dollar value behind my net worth. But so to preface this video, what happened was I was scrolling through TikTok. Yes, unfortunately, sometimes I still scroll. I'm still guilty of it, even though I tell you guys not to do it as much. And I try not to. I try to just create on there. But besides the point, you know, I was scrolling through trying to find like, you know, other content creators. My freaking chain is showing way too much. I was just finding other content creators on there. And I came across someone's video where I came across someone's video where they essentially went through age and the median net worth by age. So like, you know, from 25 to 30, they gave, you know, you need to be here. By 30 to 35, you should be here compared to everyone else, and so on and so forth. Just giving the age and what the median net worth was per age bracket. So on there, you know, he said, he's an older gentleman, but then he said, you know, by 30, he was apparently at like 250 or 270, which is freaking awesome. It's great. And, you know, I don't know what I commented, but like we kind of went back and forth, and he asked me, you know, and then I was like, I have 500K at 30. And, you know, he kind of thought like I'm totally going to give my age here, but he totally thought I was like capping, you know, like capping, whatever. Like I'm lying about it, but no, I'm not lying about it. Right. And then, you know, I know some people on this video are going to be like, oh, this guy doesn't have that. He's a total liar. Look, I'm just, you know, again, this isn't to show off. This is not to boast or brag. I just kind of in this video, I want to walk you through the steps that I think anybody can implement that I personally did to help me get to this position. So this is my Mint account. On today is what? Yeah, June 24th. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully it doesn't focus in a little bit. 483. Yeah. And then my credit score is 769. So, you know, it's something that I like, again, I don't go around boasting about it or, oh, I'm showing off or no, if, you know, again, I don't need anyone in the comment section telling me that I'm a liar or whatever. Please, I'm not here for that. I'm trying to just help you guys, go through the steps that I took in my 20s. I'm 30 years old. In my 20s to kind of help me get here. And believe me when I tell you, I'm not even getting started. So let's kind of go into the 5 steps that really help me achieve the certain amount of financial wealth that I have at my age. And considering that I'm almost at $500,000, I think for my age, I'm like in the top like 5% or 3% or something like that, which I'll be honest with you, I don't feel like that because I don't know. I live very frugally still. Like I don't have like a super nice car or like, you know, I live in the best place. I bought this, I literally bought this shirt at an outlet, and I literally have been using it like literally, I swear to God, this is like my go-to casual Friday shirt because I freaking love it. I've literally worn it like already like 8 times, and it's great. Fits good around the arms, you know. And anyways, okay. So the 5 things that I did to help me get to $500,000 net worth by 30. The first thing that I'm going to tell you guys you need to do is that you need to live within your means, and don't make any big, huge purchases that are gonna put a big liability on your head. And what I mean by this is you need to live within what you think is comfortable. As far as, don't be making stupid purchases. Don't be going out every weekend spending half your salary on drinks and dumb stuff. You need to live within your means. I cannot stress that enough. And you know what's funny is that no matter how much money you make, the dollar amount doesn't matter. It's the principles behind it. And let me explain why. When I worked at Chipotle my whole undergrad. For 5 years, before I was issuing $1 million financial statements, I was rolling burritos. And what's funny is that the principles that I learned at that job, I still apply to me today. And let me explain why. So when I was there, even though I was only making $6.75 an hour, somehow, some way, like I still managed to save money. And it was crazy. And I just knew that, hey, I make, X amount of dollars each month. I know I have to save, 25, 50%. So I can only spend this much. And it's that simple. Like I didn't have some crazy app or some big budget. I just told myself I have this much. This is what I can live off of, and that's it. And that's really the key. For the most part, the underlying principles that helped me get to where I am today haven't changed in years. And that's pretty much what the main point that I'm trying to make is that you cannot, no matter how much money you make, you have to somehow find a way. I don't care if it's $5, as long as you're not on the negative and you're telling yourself, hey, I need to not spend so much money. I need to live within my means. Those same principles you will carry with you forever throughout your career. And kind of the second thing in this first point is that you need to avoid, especially in your early 20s when you're just building your career, you really need to avoid making huge purchases that are just liabilities, aka cars. That is the number one killer of, I think, everyone. And I am guilty of this, okay? I've told you guys in other videos that when I was making $55,000, I don't know why I did this. I'm still mad about it, but the car I have in my driveway right now that I still drive, I'm very thankful for it. I love it now. My Honda Accord Hybrid, still drive it. It has no car payment, but I paid $36,000 for it when I was making $55K. I had no business buying a car that was more than half of my salary at the time. No business. I don't care if I was a CPA. I don't care nothing. It makes absolutely no sense for me to go do that. Absolutely. It's insane. It's just crazy. I can't believe I did that. But, there's things that you just kind of learn as you go. But please, in this category, just stay away from cars. I'm telling you, obviously you need a car to drive and I get it. But if you can make a sound investment decision when you purchase a car, you just need something to get reliable to get you to and from work. I am telling you guys, in your 20s, it's so much better to be the man at 30 than to be the man at 21. It just is. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know if you feel more secure as a man, or even the young ladies that are watching this. You just feel more secure as you get older with yourself and your beliefs and who you are. And I just feel like now I'm much more, happy internally. I don't even know what it is, but as long as you can avoid making really, really big purchases that are going to put you in a lot of debt, that in itself is going to help you achieve a certain financial freedom as you continue to grow in your career. The second thing you need to do, you need to start paying yourself first. Again, I don't care how much money you make. You need to be saving 25 to 50% of what you make. I am telling you, if you can do 25 and somehow, some way make it a goal of yourself to start incrementally getting it to 50%, I personally will tell you right now, I literally save half, or if not more, close to 60, 65% of what I make right now. And I am so happy that I've been able to get to that. And my goal is to hopefully be like at 80 or 90, because the more you can save, and obviously then you'll start investing. But the main thing is, I know a lot of people will say, saving cash is a waste of money. And I understand that, but you need to at least get in the habit of saving money. Because if you don't know how to save money, what the hell makes you think you're going to be able to know how to invest? You need to be able to build these solid financial principles that are going to help you going forward. And the rest of your investing career, it'll come. Because then you'll start, seeing this $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 of cash on hand that you have saved. And you're like, it's just sitting there in the bank. Maybe you're accruing 1%. Maybe if you saw my community post yesterday, I totally plugged Ally Bank because I personally use them. But yeah, your savings is maybe getting 1% if you're lucky, especially in this climate. So then you'll start thinking, how can I start investing this money? But you need to get at least to a point where you save money. And bare minimum, I don't care how much you make, that cannot be an excuse. You need to save 25%. Cut down on your living expenses. Go live with roommates. Shoot, go back and live with your parents. I personally live with my parents since I was 27. Just do whatever you can to put yourself in a position where bare minimum, 25% of what you make, you need to be saving that in cash. Don't even worry about investing right now. I don't want to get. I'll definitely get into what I invest in later. But if you can't do this basic steps that I'm going over today, you have no business talking about investing. Just get these sound principles done first. And then once you get there, then you'll catapult yourself into the next thing. The next thing, pay off any commercial debt you have in your 20s. That includes student loans, credit card debt, car loans. Again, it goes back to kind of step one. Hopefully, if you listen to step one, you avoid having to even make this step, because debt crushes people. I can't tell you enough of, especially in your professional career, it's so important to have financial discipline, because when you have financial discipline and you don't have debt, when a good job opportunity comes up, or just when an opportunity comes up in general, that you're able to maybe leverage the money that you built, or take an opportunity where then you can maybe 10x your money, or whatever the case may be, you're able to do that because debt it's a form of, I hate to call it slavery, but it's a form of you enslaving yourself to your credit card holders, because at the end of the day, they need to get paid or you're in big trouble. So if you can stay away from that. So there's a good Bible verse that says, I think the borrower is slave to the lender. And that's so true, because you're pretty much beholden to them until you pay off that debt. So I know there's a thing where like you let your debt, unless it's like some mortgage whereby you're actually getting rental income, that's a whole other topic. But any commercial debt you have, whether it's credit card, car loans, student loans, whatever the case may be, you need to pay that off as soon as possible, because once you free yourself of that, then you're able to start thinking about, okay, I can save money, I can invest, like I can do other things, but basic fundamental principles is you need to pay off any debt. Thankfully, I was very, 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 very grateful that I didn't graduate with any student loans, and I really sympathize with a lot of people that graduate with a lot of student loans, because it could be tough to get out of. But do your best. I don't care what you need to do. Again, in your 20s, don't worry about looking cool. Don't worry about looking flashy, because it's funny that most of the people that do that in your 20s, you hit your 30s, and all of a sudden, all those people that were super flashy and getting new things and this and that stuff, you can only do that for so long unless you really got it. And most people don't really got it. And you'll see that once you hit your 30s, it'll be a whole other bracket of like, oh man, like Bryan's been living frugally, but like now he's doing this, he's doing that. And you'll start seeing the difference and how much you're going to be thankful to your younger self because of what you did and how frugal you were in those younger years, developing the financial discipline, developing your career, being more focused on growing yourself than, spending money on clothes and dumb things that the novelty is going to wear off in a week or so. So do your best to pay off any commercial debt. The fourth thing that I'm going to mention, and I don't know, maybe it's going to be controversial for me to say this, and maybe I shouldn't even be saying this, but whatever, I'm going to say it anyways. So you need to stay away from any bad relationships, and do not, please, especially my gentlemen, even the females, even my ladies on this channel, do not have any unexpected pregnancies. I cannot tell you enough. I have witnessed it firsthand. Thank God. Knock on wood. I don't have any kids yet. I'm not married yet. I would love to have a family one day. I cannot wait to, have my own children and my wife and all that stuff. And that's great. But that's not going to come for me for another 10 years. And that's just me. And that's what I want for myself. And maybe you're different, right? And that's totally fine. You need to kind of know who you are and what goals you want to set out for and how to build your life out. But I want you to plan for these things. A family, a baby, a wife, a partner for life should be a blessing, not a detriment to your life. And unfortunately, I feel like we live in a time where a lot of relationships for people end up being a detriment. And it's very sad to see. It's funny how, it's not funny, but, I'm 30 years old now, and I grew up with a lot of people in my 20s that were maybe getting married a little younger and now had kids. And, it's so sad that, like, a lot of them are getting divorced or going through divorce, or maybe not in a financial position they want to be because they had an unexpected pregnancy, or now they're paying. I have friends my age, guys, that are, paying child support, and that stuff kills you financially. You have no idea how much a divorce, child support, alimony, that stuff will ruin you financially. Seriously, again, I get it. I'm a guy. Okay. I know what it's like. I have testosterone running through me too, but control your urges, discipline yourself. Don't let lust overtake and ruin your life, because you want that relationship that you have with your girlfriend, with your wife, with your children. You want that to be a blessing. You want that to be the most happiest time in your life, not something where you're completely scared and you don't know what you're going to do. because I'm telling you guys, I've seen it happen to so many people. And I think a big reason for me being in the financial position that I'm in now is the fact that, thankfully I didn't prolong or keep any really bad relationships in my life, whether they were intimate or friends. And, thank God I didn't have any unexpected pregnancies, because, that would have, man, that would have really set me back for sure. It would have been really tough for me to be able to manage growing my career, saving the money that I did, to be able to put me in the position that I'm in. Because again, I started from zero. What I showed you guys earlier, what I shared with you, that, being at $500,000 net worth now, I built that myself. No one gave me $1. Thankfully, I will say that I had really, really, really good parents. Maybe I didn't have a lot of money, but they instilled a lot of core values in me to save, to work, to build myself. Because they came to this country with nothing, and all I can say is my parents gave me sound principles to live by, and I've at this point in my life gotten to a point where now I'm financially independent. I can take care of myself, and that's I can't put a price tag on that. Being able to go to bed every night and knowing that, even if I lost my job or whatever happened, I'm good. Of course it would suck, but I put myself in a position where, like, I'm okay. I'm good. I can sustain myself for a prolonged period of time, and based on the skills that I've built too, there's no reason why I wouldn't have a job in a week or two or whatever, right? So, but again, just be careful of the relationships you have. Again, these are intimate, and also your friendships. It's sad to say, but me personally, I've experienced in my life that if you have a group of friends, and let's say you have 4 friends, and maybe they're not going down the right path, it's more likely than not that they're going to drag you down than you're going to help build them up. And it's unfortunate that happens. And I'm not telling you to go around and think you're better than anyone else. I'm not telling you to just cut people off, but you should have people like that at a distance, because we are, it's so crazy to me that we all know the saying, we are who we hang out with, or give me the 4 people you hang out with and I'll tell you who you are. Everyone knows that saying, but it's crazy to me that no one really applies it, because if you're hanging out with people right now in your life that maybe aren't going in the path that you see yourself going, especially if you're watching this video, you're on a different path. You just know you are. And your friends need to reflect that path you're on, because I'm telling you, I've seen it so many times where you have a group of friends, and those people, the 4 buddies you hang out with, whoever it may be, there's a more likely chance than not that they will bring you down instead of you elevate everyone else. And hopefully you're starting to hang out, and what's crazy, as you start to develop your career and you start building yourself, even if you're maybe a loner for a little bit like I was, sooner or later, somehow the universe works in your way to start bringing more people that are like-minded like you and going places. And then you start having conversations about investing and money and careers and finances and growing as a professional and personally and all this good stuff. And it's great. And, I feel like sometimes you have to really be careful who you surround yourself with. And again, please, my gentlemen and my ladies on here, don't have any unexpected pregnancies. That stuff will really put you behind. And again, you want your child to be a blessing to your life, not a detriment. And the last thing, and step 5, and the one thing that I feel has helped me, is that you need to have 5 and 10-year goals for yourself. The man who thinks in decades is a dangerous man, because every decision you make, you're not going to make it short-sighted. You're always going to have that future vision of yourself. And it's funny how in all my videos I talk about this North Star that I have, and and it's funny how I think Matthew McConaughey did a I love him as an actor, by the way. He did a video one time where he's like, my hero's me at 30, and then he gets to 30, and then he's like, are you your hero yet? And he's like, no way, I'm my hero's me at 35. And that's how I think about my life. And it's funny how, I'll be completely honest with you guys, and I'll say it right here. By 35, I would like to have anywhere from 1 to 3 million net worth, and by 40, I would like to have a 10 million net worth. That's me personally. Again, these are the goals that I have for myself, and that every time I make a decision, I think about 40-year-old Bryan, and then how that man is going to be ready for a family, and how that man's going to be able to take care of himself and his children and his wife and everyone around him. I think I make decisions thinking of him, not so much of myself right now. And having that North Star and thinking of that 40-year-old version of myself helps me stay patient when things get rocky, especially right now with the economy kind of, we might be going into a recession. We might not. There's so much uncertainty. Every decision I make, or at least I try to make, and I still make emotional decisions sometimes, but I try to always take a step back and think, okay, what is my 10-year plan? How does this decision that I'm doing right now, is it impacting that 10-year plan I have of myself? If it is, then I maybe shouldn't be doing it. If it's going to impact it in a positive way, then I am going to do it. So as long as you have, again, even if the amounts are small, even if you have nothing right now, even if you're just getting out of college or you don't really know where you're at, have a 10-year goal, have a 5-year goal of yourself. And the daily decisions you do every day, you're going to think about that future version of yourself, and you're going to want that future version of yourself to be thankful for the current version. And I'll be honest with you, something personal to me, I am so thankful to that 22-year-old little Mexican kid that worked at Chipotle, that was grinding, hustling while everyone was making fun of him with my little hat on and washing dishes and doing everything I needed to do. I am so thankful to that young version of myself, because he was going and he was doing what he needed to do when there was not really a big vision in sight. He had something in his mind that he said, hey, by 30, I want to be at a certain place. And, I don't think I'm there yet. I'm not even close, but, I feel like taking these steps and these sound financial principles have helped me get to another place. And, it's funny how I never even thought or was into real estate or never even got into it. And, I house hack now, and I didn't even know about house hacking, but just through following these 5 principles, again, you'll start building and start thinking about how can I continue to increase my wealth? Now I've done these 5 things. I'm frugal. I'm living within my means. I'm keeping my relationships good. I'm building myself. I'm saving money. I'm thinking about this 10-year plan for myself. How can I somehow achieve that 10-year plan? And somehow, some way, the universe will put everything in your world, in your way, to help you get there. So hopefully, if you can apply these 5 steps, I really hope they help you out, because I'll be honest with you, I'm super excited to help all you guys grow. And personally, I'd love to share my personal brokerage account that I'm currently investing in right now, especially how the market is. It's just crazy, how I'm investing. If you want to know more about investing and all this stuff, please leave me a comment below. I'm happy to share or go over my portfolio every month and show you guys exactly what I'm doing live and show you the actual results and how investing really works. I'd love to share that with you guys, but that's going to be it for the video today. Hopefully you found something from the video. If you totally lost my thought. If you found value in the video, please make sure to hit the like button below, and also don't forget to follow me on any social media platform you use. And until next time, you know what it is. Work hard, dress well. Peace.